How's it going, everyone? This is Giovanni White, and welcome back to Ancientbloodlineoflight for another video. So, on today's topic, I wanted to speak to you guys about spiritual practices and channeling. Now, a lot of people have their own way of how they channel energies and work with entities, and especially like being someone who's on the left-hand path, you should understand that, it is individualistic, and we all have our own way of doing it, and then those within the left-hand path community can't respect that. So, I think about a week or two, I actually had a client, a friend of theirs, approach me who has an issue with how I channel within me and my client's session. This person was making a point that I wasn't exhausted in my channeling, and saying it doesn't add up, saying that I wasn't using tarot cards, which later on in that session with that client, I actually started to use tarot cards. But we all know that you don't always need tarot cards or anything outside of you to channel. I mean, what did our ancestors use? Well, they didn't have runes or bones or seashells and tarot cards back then and whatnot, or scrying mirrors. There was always something else, right? Think about spiritualists when they get into that seance, and then they hold hands and they channel, and the ectoplasm like just pee right out of their mouth, which is very disgusting, I must say. But I'm just like, then this person threatened to report me to the left-hand path community, I guess you could say slander maybe, and or I choose to just refund like half of what this client paid, which I agreed to. Okay, go ahead and refund that. I'm not even gonna like bother Twitter because this client could do whatever they want. And their friend, I let her know that threatening to tell the left-hand path community doesn't intimidate me. Like, some people within that community I know and who I am cool with, and vice versa. This person, some people may know this person. I'm not gonna say her name. It just rhyme. I'm just gonna rhyme with it. Smela Smabit Kiss or whatever. This person just randomly just popped out of nowhere. But you probably know who it is, and I'm not gonna say the name. But it's very contradicting of this person to have an issue with how someone channel entities and work with demons and such. And there are people who even do it the same way I do it, like just connect with their sigil, don't have to draw it out, and then having to like just interact with them and channel them. Now, while I was in the middle of that session with that client, this person, so back to what I was saying, was this person was claiming that I wasn't even exhausted at the end or in the middle of the session. Now, I've learned, with my experience, years of experience of channeling for people, I learned how to preserve my energy, besides like centering yourself and grounding your energy. And so, but later, like in the session, I actually was like drinking a lot of water. I don't know if this client was even realizing it because we were on FaceTime. Now, but to just randomly come on over and just wanted to criticize and wanted to try to sabotage my business and me genuinely helping this person, because like I genuinely do like to help people without wanting anything in return. When it comes to a business, then it is a business and you are supporting that because it is time and energy. But primarily I do like to help people, and that's how I am in general. So now this person, I'm not sure like where her intentions actually was or what she thinks she is. She clearly don't know me to even like make these criticisms and these claims to go about having an issue how I channel. And I guess I could say is, why even rely on things outside of you when you know that power is within? Like I said, that is contradicting of the left-hand path. With the left-hand path, we understand that we embrace our inner God and know that power is within, that God is not just like outside of us, like everything around us in consciousness, energy, but also within, and we are fragments of that energy, that divine energy. But there are those within the left-hand path community who would like disown God, which I don't know, that's your personal thing, and that's fine. To me, it's just like, it's kind of like you're just pushing yourself away because you are a God. You're embracing that, yourself. So you don't have to perceive it as literal and three-dimensional way of how the Bible was, manipulated to believe what God is. Because in the Bible, God is actually really explained what God truly is, and then metaphorically, but people can't, you don't have to see it literal. Just have to understand it from a higher dimensional perspective on what this source energy is. And so, but even if this person were to try to create a spirit campaign and try to have people gang up on me, it would not work, and that's why I had told her it's not intimidating me. You go ahead, tell them, because I'm really not the one to mess with. But like I said, I don't have issues with people in general. I don't have people even wanting to have issues with me. I get along with most people. But this person just basically, I guess, for her to do that, maybe I'm not the only one she done that to. Now, as for that client, she can just deal with her own shit. That's fine. I have no bad blood towards her. But when it comes to mentoring people, I was actually kind of didn't want to start mentoring after that. Right before that issue happened, I was kind of deciding that she would be the last one. Well, to be specific, to be more makes sense, is that have people pay for that, because not everyone wants to put in the work. Not everybody wants to be dedicated to learn things from me, and I guess they have certain expectations and follow too many stereotypes that when I tell them based on how my personal way, but I also let them know that you find your own way how to do it, but I'll teach you how to get it going and start and do what energy works and whatnot. So now as for with the thing with the client, I did tell her from the start that I would send articles and stuff like that, even my own blogs that I've written, so you can learn from them, since technically you are my student. So yeah, I had also sent a link to the Black Witch Coven's website, because I really admire her stuff and her work, and her information on daemons, and so yeah, I can see why that person didn't see that, why her friend, aka my client, shouldn't have to pay for being my student, where she can have access to that. Okay, I could agree with that. I could think about that, and just thinking about that, okay, well, she's actually right about that. But everything else, it's downright immature of her to approach me that way for reasons that there's logical ways of that you can channel without cards. Not everybody uses cards, and to me, it's just telling me that you're weak. I'm not saying everyone who uses cards are weak. I use them here and there, but just the fact that you're only relying on something outside of you and think that everyone has to practice the same way as you. It's the left-hand path is not about telling someone how to do something and what's right and wrong. It's you're not gonna come to someone's face and then be this is how you should do something. It's not, and but like I said, no bad blood towards that client. So I cut ties with that person after I've had paid her back too, and I'm a man of my word. But it was still my time and energy that I put teaching her some things in energy work, and what I would also channel certain demons that have messages for her to guide her. But I guess she wasn't really putting in the work to do it, and especially when she continually asked the same questions to the answers that I kept giving her. But yeah, so this is something that some people would go through, especially if you're like in a high rank, a high priest, high priestess. You will come across opposers who would try to sabotage you, even try to sabotage, like, you know, what you got going, or your business or whatnot, your name. But, you know, that's something that I had already like prepared myself for. And, you know, me, like, I want people to rise up with me, and I always will. And opposers like that are not going to stop me. So, now, just wanted to say hello to you guys, and upload a new video, and inform you guys what's going on, and peace.